laughing before I've even started, you're going to be so fucking disappointed. This is the first time I've done stand-up. I'll admit that. It's not the first time I've stood in front of a group of people, mostly people, and tried to make them laugh. Frankly, I'm hoping this goes a lot better than my nan's funeral. Told I've got a 10-minute slot to fill in. I thought, well, I'm not really sure how I'm going to manage that. I thought I'll stick to what I know, and you can talk amongst yourself for the last 7.5 minutes. I was also told that I should come up with a style. Apparently, when you do stand-up, everyone has their own style. Clearly, me and style are not well related. But I spoke to my family about it, and I spoke to my friends, both of them. And they said to me, Alan, try being funny. That would be a good style, and a nice change. I am really, really nervous. You can probably tell that. I was back and forth to the loo. And I got one of those funny signs that says, please leave these facilities as you find them. And it's a strange request, but I'm a natural rule follower. So I kicked the door down, spread shit all over the walls. It does have to go really well for me tonight. I have low self-esteem issues, so this is very important. Thank you for not laughing at that. I bought one of those books a while back, it's yellow and blue books. Boosting Self-Esteem for Dummies. Frankly, the title was a fucking bad start. Also got a loyalty card with the Samaritans. Get 10 stamps and they give me a free bungee cord. What I'm going to talk about, Fred, I have kids. Okay? So that's probably your idea of comedy hell, I'll be honest, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway. Some of you will have kids. Some of you will not have kids. Some of you will never have kids. Some of you are not supposed to have kids. Some of you will have a dog. Does anyone have a dog? Yeah, it's not the fucking same, alright? It's not. But I've got 3 kids. And they're 2, 5 and 7. And to be honest, having kids is a bit like tequila. The more you have, the lower your standards become. You wake up in the morning with a blinding headache, and all too often they come with worms. But one of the other things about having 3 kids is that our standards have dropped with each child. When my first child would get up about 5:30 in the morning, think, I'm a good parent, I want to be a good parent, I'm going to get up with him, and I'm going to play with him. My second child got up, I got up, put CBeebies on, went back to bed. With the third one, I just asked him to put the matches back when he's finished. But actually, I think CBeebies is a bit of a mistake. It doesn't teach the kids the real life. It's not realistic. I mean, what's the story in Balamory? It's a bunch of adults acting like twats. That's the story. And the highlight of my week 2 weeks ago was finding out Postman Pat's surname. I mean, that was the highlight of my week, and I'm not going to spoil it for you by telling you. Sorry. Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Yes, we can, but it's going to fucking cost you. And the final one, the one that really gets to me, is Fireman Sam. Okay, now, if you've never seen Fireman Sam, just fuck off and get a drink, because you're not going to get this bit. But the village of Pontypandy, this tiny little village, and everything goes on. Every single episode, there is something else going on. There's somebody stuck in a tree. There's a wheel falling off a bus. There's a flood, a fire. Someone trapped somewhere, a cliffside rescue. It's all bollocks, okay? I've been watching that for 20 years, and nothing like that has ever happened to me. Mind you, I could say the same about pornography, really. I was hoping that might have been an in somewhere. Someone might have felt sorry for me. Not that sorry. Okay, fair enough. The other thing about having 3 kids is we've got to buy one of those people carriers. I mean, back in the good old days when I was young, you just threw the kids in. It was fine. A lot more fun, a lot more fatalities. Nowadays, they've all got to have proper car seats, it's all got to be sorted out. And as soon as you get to 3 kids, you are pretty much in the people carrier zone. We bought something called a Kia Carens. Now, I have no idea what Carens means. Okay? It's stupid car names. I think we should definitely start a petition for realistic car names. Like the Audi Unnecessarily Big. The Porsche penis extension. I drive a Nissan Shite. It's a 10-year-old car. It's really small. I don't mind driving it. I have no problems with my manhood. And nobody laughed at that. Fucking ace. But the Kia Carens, it's got 3 rows of seats. There's the seats at the front where we sit, because that's generally a good place to sit when you're trying to drive. There's a middle row of seats, and then there's 2 seats in the boot. And when we first got the car, the kids would argue over who got to sit in the boot. And then I had a cunning plan. I told them that basically, if we got rear-ended, they would jam. And now they fight over who sits in the middle, and wet the car seats a lot more. But actually, I get really paranoid about people who drive too close behind me. Probably because the kids are in the back. And I really do hate tailgating. But I have to admit, sometimes, do you not find that some people just drive too slow? Okay? Some people, usually in something like a Ford crap, are just not trying hard enough. Okay? So I've been thinking that there's probably a missing market there. These people coming along, they've usually got these bumper stickers that they think are hilarious. Are you too close? Well, I was going to crash into you, but that's just funny. I'm not going to bother now. I was thinking I could get some windscreen stickers. Are you too slow? If you can read this, fuck off out my way. But actually, I have to admit, I have been guilty of doing that sometimes in the past. The other day, I was driving along, and I ended up behind this little old lady. I don't know how old she was, but she was driving a Fiat Pathetic. And she was doing 40 miles an hour on a country road, and quite frankly, that just wasn't good enough. She just wasn't trying. So I did what everyone else would do, and I just hassled her a wee bit, you know. Got her up to about 70, it's fine. And unfortunately, we hit a sharp corner. She didn't make it. It was very funny. But it was late, there was no one else about, and I thought, well, I've got to do something. So I phoned the fire brigade. They were busy. Apparently someone was stuck up a tree somewhere with a flood on the edge of a cliff. And so this poor old lady was stuck in the car. There was no one else around. The car had caught fire. I thought I'm gonna have to do something. So what could I do? She was stuck in the car. There was no one else there. It was just me. So I let her burn. You're the ones laughing. And unfortunately, yes, the poor old dear did pass away. And quite frankly, that was how I ended up at my nan's funeral. You laughed at that story a lot better than they did. So, I mean, probably because I was so nervous, I've rattled through all my stuff really quickly, and I was sort of expecting that I would have been dragged off the stage before now, so I'm thinking I should have prepared more material, and you're thinking, no, Alan, you should have prepared better material. So actually, folks, genuinely, that pretty much is the end of it. And I like the way that got the best laugh of the entire evening. So actually, Liam is standing up there going, is he just going to ad-lib until I come and rescue him? Or is that actually the end of his act? Well, I'm sorry it was a bit short, but thank you very much, guys. You've been a really good audience, and I've really enjoyed it. Thank you. And I'm going to be more careful leaving the stage than I was getting on it.
Ladies and gentlemen!
Alan Martin!
Man, Alan, man, we need to go out again soon, man. Remember the skiing? Oh, we're good friends. Right, okay, guys.